right, Sagittarius, you've got Roman numeral 2 resources. So the first thing that I felt with this is that you feel like there's not enough resources. But then the second thing I heard was you are magical to be able to create any resources you need, and quit believing that you don't have enough. Quit affirming that you don't have enough in the areas that you keep affirming that you don't have enough. Instead of saying, no, I can't afford that, say, I prefer to spend my money on this. And maybe it's a big thing. I prefer to spend my money on college. I prefer to spend my money on an annual girls' trip. Don't say, I don't have the money, I'm broke. Say, I prefer to spend my money on my home. I prefer to spend money on my bills. And that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. There, a lot of homeless people out there that prefer not to spend their money on their bills. They prefer that. So understand that you do prefer to spend money on your bills. You do like the services that your bills provide. And try to look at the idea of resources, money, income. Just try to look at it as in a more positive way this week. Even though there's going to be signs and symptoms in your life right now that show that it's very weak, look at it on the bright side. And if you're feeling really, really, really drained, maybe look at your spending habits for the past year. Take a good look at your spending habits, not with a total critical eye and not with an overly optimistic eye, but with an analytical eye. And not to judge, but just to see what things can you implement to bring it together so that you feel more secure with your resources. There are things out there, but you're going to have to be willing to look at it. And you can't blind yourself and what do they call it? Is it love bomb or gaslight? You can't be overly optimistic and be like, no, I have the best spending habits in the whole entire world, and expect, and you also can't be completely critical and judgmental of yourself in this process, because that is going to block you from being able to see the things that you can refine. And I don't feel like it's a big change that's necessary. That's why you have to go through with a fine-tooth comb, because you're not going to be able to find the little golden nuggets that are in there for you to be able to move forward more secure with your resources. And if you don't care about moving forward more secure with your resources, then just move on. I'm sorry I wasted your time with this reading, but if you do want to, the possibility to do that is in front of you now. You can take time to look back on how you dealt with your resources last year and make a couple tweaks and goals for next year. That's all I'm saying. All right, Sag. I love you guys so much. I thank you for watching. I do hope that this helped. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and be in grace.